Well, good morning everyone from a very cloudy, rainy and potentially pretty stormy Orlando, Florida. So today is the day that the big Hurricane Milton will arrive this evening. We are up this morning. It's currently 7 a.m. and the parks are open for the first few hours of the day. So Disney World, a couple of the parks open till 1 o'clock, the other parks open till 2 o'clock, and Universal Orlando open until 2 o'clock as well. So if they deem it safe enough to open the parks, we are going to go out and enjoy a few hours out before obviously hunkering down this evening and tomorrow for when the main storm arrives. They're expecting the storm to arrive late tonight, so even going to the parks till 2 o'clock, we're going to have plenty of time. They're not expecting it to reach us until the very early hours of tomorrow morning. So safe enough to go out. I'm going to take you all with me, of course, show you what's going on, show you any of the final preps that are going on, how Disney World is preparing their parks as well, strapping everything up, and we'll just sort of see how we go today, see what happens. The weather has certainly taken a bit of a turn. It was okay yesterday, but it has now gone pretty rainy and very dark as well. So no crazy strong winds or anything, nothing dangerous. And as I said, if I trust anyone, it's Disney World. They would not open if there was any risk at all this morning. So they'll be closing with plenty of time for all the staff to get home, etc. So we're going to go for it. We're going to go and try and enjoy a few hours as well. We're going to try and enjoy it. I'm sure we will. And we'll show you some of the different stuff that's going on today as well. In terms of the home, all prepared. A lot of people did suggest putting all this stuff into the pool. I think that's a little bit extreme. I see the point, you know, if it's in there, it can't blow around, but this is extremely heavy. I mean, I can't even lift that. So for me to put that in the pool would be a lot of effort, and I would never get it out the pool again. I can't see it blowing around that much. And this is what the management wanted it all under here. So I think throwing it in the pool isn't going to really actually do anything. So fingers crossed this is all okay. I'm going to move that net and put that in a little bit of a safer place. But yeah, we'll. I feel very prepared with the home. The stuff's all in the fridge. We're pretty set out here. We've got the sandbags here just in case if the pool did rise, if we get a lot of rain and that does flood, we've got some sandbags here to protect this door. And is Mum and Laura feeling good?
Feeling very good. I'm just trying to find our Max.
Trying to find your rain Max. It is a bit rainy out there. We need umbrellas as well, ideally, if they're in the car. Hopefully they're still in the car. We've got rain Max happening. And then in the fridge, we've still got all of our stuff here. This is all the other emergency rations. And then in the freezer, we've put plenty of water in. Plenty. The only other thing I need to do is fill one of the baths just in case. So we've got water there to flush the toilets if that does go off. They're definitely thinking power's going to go down. So make sure all of your stuff's charged. Yeah. I've got my battery packs charged up, my phone charged up. Ready?
I'm ready.
So, even Laura's not even done any makeup or anything this morning because we're expecting to get wet and windy and rainy.
I've done the bare minimum so that I don't scare anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it is a little bit rainy already this morning. Look at them clouds. You can tell it's starting to take a bit of a turn. Now, a lot of people said put the car in the garage. We can squeeze the car in the garage if we move the pool table and stuff around, but I don't know whether it's going to be necessary or not to move that in. I've not decided what we'll do with that. We can move the stuff in the games room across to one side and slink the car in, but I'm not sure whether that's going to be necessary just yet. We'll see what happens with that later on today. For now, I think the plan is to probably just leave it on the driveway. So as you can see, roads are very, very quiet this morning. It is early, but it does feel extra eerily quiet. Definitely going to be a quiet day. I think we've passed maybe 4 or 5 cars on this road in total. Not another soul on here. You can see here, in terms of preparations for Disney World, they have been closing all of these little stands up, all under covers here, the till area, and then also strapping down these big little shop stands. You can see they're all strapped up and chained down for the wind. So that's been going on across Disney World, strapping everything down nice and safe with all of these straps. These look brand new as well, so everything all secure. Okay, so I'm just going to show you some of the wait times today. Look at these. Rock and Roller Coaster 5 minutes, Star Tours 5 minutes, Mickey and Minnie's 10, Tower of Terror when it says 13 is a walk-on, Rise of Resistance 20 minutes, Toy Story Mania 60. Really, really quiet. Right everyone, so a bit of an update here from Disney World. We've been in Hollywood Studios all morning. The ride times have been amazing, like 5-minute walk-ons. Some of the restaurants and eateries closed, but we are now in final prep mode. We are now starting to leave. It's currently 1:45, park closes at 1. Some of the things they've done though to prep, I'll just quickly show you. Been a very weird atmosphere. There's been like people having fun, but then it's also been quite like serious. People have got the hurricane on the back of their minds, I think. Worried about the cast members and stuff as well. Big credit to them for coming in today. They've made it amazing this morning and they put a smile on everyone's faces, so all the credit goes to the cast members and team members. But just to show you a little bit of prep that's gone on here is they've lowered the lake right down level wise, so they've drained a lot of the water to a lower level. So if we get those high rains, those big rainfalls, and this does go up, it's not going to flood. So I think they've done that across Disney World and some of the water rides as well. They've lowered it as much as they can, expecting the rainfall to bring it right back up again. The other thing that they've been doing here in Hollywood Studios, in most of the parks as well, if I just find them, they've been strapping all the carts down. I've shown that a little bit before. I'll insert that clip. But the other thing they've been doing, I'll just show you, let me find a set, is strapping all the bins together. So everything's strapped down, bins are all wrapped up. But I can't describe the feeling. It's like almost going into lockdown again. Back to like COVID times when we were going into lockdown and everyone's like worried, but like anticipation. Don't know what the storm effect's going to be. I've heard a lot of people saying how the parks will be very much like this even after the storm. They'll be very quiet, very subdued after the storm, especially if there's been damage. So we're going to have to wait and see. It's one of those, you don't know what's going to happen, a bit like what happened with the lockdown. We don't know what's going to happen, but they're all set here. They've been strapping everything up. I'll show you some clips of what we've been up to this morning. But yeah, we're now going to leave the park, as we've got to. It's closing. We're going to head, I think, try and grab a bite to eat, but it looks like a lot of places are closing at 1 o'clock. But we might pop down the highway, see if we can find a bite to eat. And then the main bands, the real big bands of the storm are starting to hit later on tonight. So yeah, quite worrying. It's a very strange feeling. You can see Dad chatting to some of the cast members there. He's just asking how they feel. And I've said to nearly every cast member today, I've thanked them. I've thanked a couple of them. I've just said thanks very much for working today, because obviously it's very worrying times and stuff, and they've been here putting a smile on everyone's faces. So big credit to them. Right, let's head towards the exit. It's starting to rain quite a bit again now. Big heavy raindrops. It's been up, down, rain, no rain, dry, rain again. Light showers, heavy showers. And the temperature keeps fluctuating as well. It keeps going really warm and humid and then down to like a cool, fresh breeze. So it keeps fluctuating between like 69 degrees Fahrenheit and then up to about 78, 80. It's fluctuating from like 19 degrees to 25 degrees with humidity. You feel that wind now coming in. So let's head on out. We'll keep you up to date with what happens the rest of the day. But that's how our day's been in Disney World, in the parks this morning. We're now going to head out and see what the highway's like, and we'll show any other preparations. But it's starting to get pretty serious now. And that's it. My brolly's gone. Jeez.
Go on, Mary.
That is.
Fly.
I can't even undo it.
I'll hold it for you.
I can't even get it back together again. It is strong, isn't it?
Curfew order in effect for Osceola County from 8 p.m. Wednesday, October 9th to 10 a.m. Thursday, October 10th.
Just had the alerts on our phone that we are under curfew from 8 p.m. tonight until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Just pulled over at Racetrack on the way back. Going to try and maybe pop some fuel in to fill right up again. And Racetrack is great for bargain food and snacks. So this can apply to anything at Racetrack. They've got a great little food section and it's full of bargains, like hot dogs and stuff, usually pizzas and stuff. So we'll show you what they've got in here. We're going to grab a snack from this one. So just to show you as well, as we enter the resort now, they have removed the barriers in case they blow away. So you can just come and go. And the guards here, in most resorts, the same thing. They have been obviously told to go home. So they will come back when it's safe to work again. So the barriers now all removed at the resorts pretty much, so it doesn't blow off or cause any damage. Right, so we are now back at the villa as the storm does approach. Dad's on his phone, Laura's having a little snack, and if I just take you outside past Mum here, you can see it's got thunderstorms starting now, the rain's moving in, and the winds are really starting to swell up. So it's definitely on the outer edges. It's a few hours away now, and it is starting to get quite intense already. You can really, it's like a weird atmosphere. It's hard to explain it. It's like a weather atmosphere you can feel. So it doesn't look much right now, but it comes in sort of bursts. We have had a few bits of thunder as well. So we'll think about starting to get the car in a minute, reorganise the garage. Obviously don't want to break anything in the garage or anything, so we're going to carefully move all that and try and get the car in, because I am worried about these winds and the car. You can see it picks up, comes in gusts. Okay, so we are gonna bring the car inside. So you can see it's hard floor, we're not gonna wreck anything. We need to carefully lift everything over to that side, and I can bring the car in this side. So we'll carefully move everything across, yeah, nice and careful. Just carefully, we'll put everything back as it was. Just carefully move that over. Then I can pop the car here now, so we can keep the car nice and safe. Yeah, just carefully pop them there. So yeah, not damaging anything. That's why I wanted to help, so I didn't damage anything. Right, we can bring the car in now. So I'll jump in the car, you can film me. Right, garage doors going up. And we're gonna bring the car in. Right, it's getting stormy out there. Is that high enough?
I'm not quite tall enough.
Right, here you go. Is that enough? No. It's not gonna stay, it's gotta go all the way up. All the way. That's it up, yeah?
No,
no?
It's gonna fall down.
It's not gonna stay up. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull them, let Andrew help us bring it down safely.
That's it. Okay. Okay. That's it. There we go. That's it. And then perhaps a lock it in.
Bolt it in. This one, yeah.
That's it. Right. So, car is locked in and secure now. So I'm not going to worry about the car. It's not going to, any little bits of water will mop up. It's not going to go on anything there. So the car's in nice and safe. Feel better with that now, locked away. And a few people said if it does get really, really bad, you can jump in that and shut yourself in it at night. So that's good. Tucked in nice and safe. Garage is locked up. Happy with that. Good job. So it's just slowly progressively getting worse every 10 minutes. It just seems to get worse and worse. And the rumbles of thunder are getting more and more regular. You can see the level of the pool is already very high there. Very high already. So worries that the pool will flood. So yeah, as you can see behind me, it's really starting to pick up now. So I will, of course, try and keep you all up to date. I'll be posting on Instagram, TikTok, maybe live on YouTube as well. We'll see how we go if we manage to keep internet. Because that will also keep me sane, keeping and chatting with you all as well. But yeah, it's starting to really pick up. There is a chance, a good chance that we will lose power, which means losing internet and things like that. So we will be obviously safe and sound, but if there is a small chance I might not get any videos up at all if the internet goes off. But it really is starting to pick up. I'm glad we came home when we did, and certainly 1 o'clock cut-off was correct. I think pushing it to 2 o'clock with Magic Kingdom was pushing it a bit, because this really started getting going at 2, and that's when the park was closing. Then you've got to get out the park and everything. So I think we made the right decision doing Hollywood Studios to 1 o'clock and coming out. But yeah, really picking up. I will be keeping you all up to date. And hopefully, I'm worried about that pool level already being quite high. Might see if I can find a way of emptying that out a little bit, because that is quite high already. But yes, thank you all very much for watching. I hope to keep you up to date. Do please make sure you hit the subscribe. There will be loads coming up. And hopefully, please do, everyone, stay safe if you're over in Orlando, Florida, or you're in Florida. Really am still praying as well for those coastal areas that we love. We love them. Clear water, all of that. So I will be devastated if they have a lot of devastation. Fingers crossed it doesn't hit us too bad. It does start to weaken. At the moment, it's still a Category 5 heading straight towards us. The path has dropped down a little bit. I'm just going to quickly show you what the latest news is before we pop off.
There for you quick enough, but we're working on it. We'll get up there in a second. For those of you just checking out in, we got multiple tornado warnings. There's the 2 p.m. advisory. You can see still with 130-mile-an-hour wind, so we're going to be watching that very, very carefully. Thursday, 8 a.m., right over the heart of the turnpike, and then building offshore with winds potentially 75 to 80 miles an hour. So there's a lot of moving parts here. Let's go over some of these threats as we continue to kind of watch things down across the south. There's your tornado threat. We've been talking about this. Leesburg, DeLand, Daytona Beach, again, that's one component of it. The flooding, we're going to be going from a severe weather threat to a flooding threat, and that's one of the things that we're going to have to watch here again very, very carefully. Just a little bit. So the Melbourne radar really shows that signature just east of Kenansville, and that's what we are going to continue to watch now as we go forward in time. That's the one cell that's really intriguing to us. I'm going to go through a couple different, that's our live radar. This is the Melbourne live radar, and that is a very clear-cut signature. It's that classic red and green together that is moving off towards the northwest. Still, one of the places we like to go to is underneath our stairwell. That was a very loud boom of thunder overhead, and we just took a power hit, but everything just came back on. So there it is. There's that cell. Marquise, I'm going to go ahead and drive this here for you, my man. We'll get you back in, and you can see, wow, that is just an amazing looking couplet right there.
Well, there we go. We're going to keep track of the storm on the TV there. It does look like it's weakening. When it goes over us, it should hopefully be Category 2 or 1, which would be great. But we have now got tornado warnings in the mix. So, yeah, we're now going to be careful. Kissimmee is red for many tornado warnings. So, that is quite concerning. Wind and rain definitely picking up. We'll keep an eye on all of that. But yeah, that now, I mean, it was good news seeing that the hurricane had dropped down some categories, potentially. But now we've got lots of hurricane warnings. You can see them on the TV there. You can see those potential, what was I going to say, tornadoes, twisters. So you can see them there. We are here in Kissimmee area. So you've got quite a few, one right round here. So that is very, very concerning.